Shalom, y'all. It's Kasamak Ban Yasharala.
And Tiffany.
And we're back again with another episode of
Couch Conversations.
With this thing that we do here, we just have some decent conversation dealing with, some controversial topics, some, ifs or some situations, some choose 'em, some pick 'ems. With some of the things that we might deal with in everyday life, whether it be relationships or family. So we like to talk about those things and get your perspective as well. So today, what we'll be talking about is children. Kick them out, let them fly and die at 18, or let them stay as long as they have to be financially and emotionally ready for the world. What say you?
I don't think that's as cut as dry as that.
It's not.
It's not.
But okay. Now we know reality says that people are going to be different, and the gray area is large on this one.
Yes.
However, if you had to choose one, which one would you choose?
Well, mine is 18. If you're not in school or working a full-time job. Kick them out.
Fly or die.
Fly or die. Sink or swim.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I believe that's probably a lot of where a lot of parents would be, or a lot of people would be. That was my ultimatum. I mean, I actually lived that. I had to go get a job because I tried college for one semester and was like, yep, I don't want to go to school anymore. I think 12 years was enough. I'm done with this garbage. And so I went and got a job. I've been working ever since. But having grown past that now, being not just a father, but a grandfather, I would say let them stay as long as they need to, as long as they're being productive. I mean, I'm not talking about sitting around playing video games all day doing nothing. I'm saying they're actively working towards a productive future. If somebody says you still 30 living with your parents, if you are actively saving money so that when you finally leave the house, you can actually buy a home. Maybe you've bought a car, paid cash for a brand new car because you're able to save like that. Obviously, you'd be helping around the house, either with bills or whatever you're doing. I am a big proponent of that. And when you think about our ancestors, long before, like we lived in this kind of society with, bills and credit cards and things of this nature. When you think about inheritance and things being passed down, that's exactly what they did. The family stayed together. And then when the parents got old, the firstborn son would get the inheritance of all that property. And it was their responsibility to take it on, because the daughters would get married off and then they would go with their husbands and their families, because remember, the two should become one. So for me, I am definitely let them stay as long as they need to, so that they can be prepared to be productive and succeed in this life.
So in essence, we said the same thing.
Kind of.
Yes. However, I do think there may be a caveat to that. Girls are different. Your girls.
Expound.
Girls should stay at home as long as they possibly can until they're married, and then go off when they're ready, because you want to make sure they have a safe environment. And sometimes them streets ain't for them.
You know what? I can hear that.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear that.
But I was emancipated at 16. So it was a little different.
What does that mean for our listening audience out there?
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I wasn't the typical girl that stayed home. Otherwise, I would have stayed home.
So what does it mean when you say you were emancipated? I mean, when you say emancipated, I'm thinking Abraham Lincoln and the slaves. And what does that mean?
Well, in essence, yes. I was freed from my parents. They were no longer financially responsible to take care of me and provide a place for me.
So do you think that might have something to do with your choice of mentality of 18? I mean, again, unless you're in school or working, but if you're working, then you're kind of on the other side. You've kind of said both. I get the school part, because a lot of people, if you're going to be full-time student, you might have a part-time job. A little, I know that some people, they did school and work because they had to. And that's, I think if people had to choose, they would not choose to work full-time job and go to school full-time, obviously. But that notwithstanding, school is one thing, but working, you really are saying you can, as long as you're working, you can stay here until you're prepared. So,
right.
And that, Ray, we said the same thing because you kind of said both answers.
Yes. I said that because it's different for girls. I don't think girls need to leave unless they're ready on their own and they choose to want to leave, but they should always be home and stay home and safe. They have that comfortable environment for them. Boys, as long as you're working full time, because let's be honest, who are you going to find rent to an 18-year-old? Next to nobody, unless, they were on Jeffrey Dahmer's list. So no, I'm okay with, as long as you're being productive, you're working a full-time job and you're enrolled in school full-time, you can stay home and help clean the house.
So you changed your answer. Okay.
No, I said the same thing. I said the same thing.
You said the same thing, which
I said, in essence, we are saying the same thing.
Right, you changed your answer because at first you was bye-bye.
No,
you can rewind the tape.
It is still bye-bye. It is still bye-bye if you're not doing those things.
Well, I mean,
that's exactly what I said.
For the purpose of the conversation, we have to put in the context of, positive.
Mm-hmm.
If it's positive, again, I will agree school would be the only thing. But if you're saying if they're working, they can stay, then you're saying
the same thing.
The other one. And this was a one or the other.
It's not.
If you had
That's why I said it's not
other.
as that simple.
Right.
But now
we agreed that there was gray area, but I said if you had to choose one,
but
you chose the former, but now you change it to the latter.
Is there a limit though on how many times they can come back?
Well, we didn't say nothing about leaving coming back. We didn't. That wasn't part of the conversation.
It should be.
Well, maybe, but
it should be.
Maybe that's part 2.
It should be
because that ain't this episode.
It's not.
No.
Man.
Maybe y'all can, so you figure it out in the comments. But again, black and white. Just I get it. The gray area is a lot larger. But I knew that this would be a good point of conversation because I believe some of the old schools. I mean, even older schools than me would say 18, get out. And they might even have the same sentiment as you, which is, okay, girls are different because they go and make sure they're taken care of. But the boys get out there and live or die, basically.
Man up.
Because if you can live and survive, then you can take care of your household.
Yes.
And, that might be a little bit more old school too, because you got to, even back then, you had to be able to hunt or farm because you got to be able to feed your family. And so you can't do those two, then you're going to have some issues. So, yeah. What say you in the comment section?
Let us know. Say some stuff.
Mm-hmm. And we'll catch you next time on Couch Conversations. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.